The Galactic Union Hall was larger than any city on Earth, its ceiling glowing with moving stars, and thousands of alien beings filled the seats, watching the event with excitement. This was the annual interstellar selection, where powerful races showed their greatest creations to the galaxy, and today, Earth was finally allowed to participate. Most races expected nothing interesting from Earth, because humans were known as weak, short-lived, and emotional. When Earth's turn came, the lights shifted, and a single human walked onto the platform. He was a veteran, older than most soldiers, his hair touched with grey, his uniform simple, and his posture calm. There was no armor, no glowing weapons, no towering machine behind him. The hall went quiet for a moment, and then laughter spread across the seats. Aliens whispered to each other, some openly mocking the human, others shaking their heads in disappointment. "This is Earth's creation," one alien leader said with amusement. "Is this a joke?" another voice echoed. The human veteran did not react. He stood still, his eyes forward, his face unreadable. Earth's representative spoke calmly, explaining that this human was a protector, a survivor of many wars, and a symbol of Earth's strength. The laughter only grew louder. Compared to massive alien warriors, energy beings, and bioengineered champions, the human looked small and fragile. The event moved on to the next phase, the cultural bonding trial, often called the blind match. Representatives from different species would choose a partner they found worthy, forming alliances through respect and interest. One by one, powerful alien women and men stepped forward, choosing impressive warriors and advanced beings. When it was the human veteran's turn, the platform remained empty. No one stepped forward. Seconds felt long, and the silence became heavy. The human lowered his eyes slightly, understanding the message without words. He had expected this. To the galaxy, humans were not worth choosing. The host announced that the matching phase was complete, and those without a match should exit the hall. The human veteran gave a small nod, turned around, and began walking away, his footsteps slow but steady. There was no anger in him, only acceptance. Behind him, more laughter followed, some aliens already forgetting that Earth had even appeared. As the human reached the edge of the platform, a loud sound echoed through the hall. The massive doors opened again. A powerful presence filled the room, and conversations stopped instantly. An alien woman stepped inside, tall and graceful, her skin shimmering with natural light, her eyes sharp and ancient. Gasps spread through the audience. She belonged to a respected and feared species, known for their wisdom and battle mastery. The host stammered, surprised by her late arrival. The alien woman did not look at the other champions. She did not scan the hall. Her gaze locked onto one figure, the human veteran. He stopped walking, sensing the sudden silence behind him. Slowly, he turned, meeting her eyes. The hall was so quiet that even breathing could be heard. The alien woman walked forward with confidence, every step echoing like a decision already made. She stopped in front of the human and spoke in a clear, calm voice. "I choose him." Shock rippled through the crowd. Alien leaders stood up in disbelief, some shouting, others frozen. The human veteran looked at her, confused but composed. For the first time, the galaxy was not laughing at Earth. And no one yet understood why this choice would change everything. The words "I choose him" echoed through the Galactic Union Hall, and for several long seconds, no one moved. Alien leaders stared at the human and the alien woman, unable to understand what they had just heard. Whispers turned into loud arguments, and the calm order of the event began to break. "That is not possible," one elder shouted. "You must choose again," another demanded. The host quickly stepped forward, trying to regain control, his voice shaking as he addressed the alien woman. "Honored one, perhaps you arrived late and missed the display," he said carefully. "This human is Earth's representative." The alien woman nodded slowly. "I know exactly who he is," she replied, her voice steady and confident. The crowd grew restless. Many aliens laughed again, but this time the laughter was nervous. "Why choose a weak species?" a warrior asked. "He has no armor, no power source, no visible upgrades." The alien woman finally turned to face the council, her eyes sharp. "You see weakness because you only measure power in size and noise," she said. "I see control, patience, and survival." The hall fell quiet once more. The human veteran stood silently beside her, saying nothing, his hands relaxed at his sides. Earth's representative watched closely, knowing this moment could decide humanity's future in the galaxy. One council member leaned forward, studying the human with cold interest. "If he is so special," the alien said, "let him explain himself." All eyes turned to the human veteran. He took a slow breath and spoke in a calm, simple voice. "I am not a weapon," he said. "I am a soldier who lived when others did not. I protect those who cannot protect themselves." Some aliens scoffed. Others listened more carefully. The alien woman watched him closely, her expression unreadable. "Words are easy," another leader said. "The galaxy respects proof." A low murmur of agreement spread through the hall. The host hesitated, then nodded. "The council will decide," he announced. After a brief but tense discussion, the decision was made. The human would be given a chance to prove his worth. But not in a simple display. He would face the trial of worth, a test designed for the strongest beings in the galaxy. Gasps spread through the audience. Even some powerful alien champions shifted uneasily. The host looked at the human. "Do you accept this trial?" he asked. The human veteran did not hesitate. "Yes," he replied simply. The alien woman turned slightly toward him, her voice low enough that only he could hear. "Do not underestimate yourself," she said. He gave a small nod, not asking why she believed in him. The council announced the rules. The trial would test endurance, mind, and will, not just strength. Failure would mean Earth's removal from the event, and the human would be marked as unworthy. As the hall prepared for the trial, many aliens watched the human with curiosity instead of mockery. Some still believed he would fail within moments. Others wondered what the alien woman had seen that they had not. The human veteran walked toward the trial chamber without fear, his step steady. Behind him, the alien woman followed, her gaze calm, as if the outcome was already written. And for the first time since Earth joined the Galactic Union, the galaxy waited to see what a human would do next. The trial chamber was a vast circular arena, cold and silent, its walls covered in shifting symbols from many alien languages. Bright energy lines formed the floor, marking different zones of danger. The human veteran stepped inside alone, while the audience watched from above through transparent barriers. A deep voice echoed through the chamber, announcing the first phase of the trial. Endurance. The temperature dropped suddenly, turning the air sharp and painful to breathe. Many alien species required special protection in such cold, yet the human only tightened his jaw and kept moving. Heavy gravity pressed down on his body, pulling at his bones and muscles. Some alien champions had failed at this stage, collapsing under the pressure. The human bent his knees slightly, adjusted his balance, and continued forward step by step. Alien observers leaned closer, surprised by his control. The alien woman watched without fear, her eyes focused. The second phase began without warning. The gravity shifted wildly, changing direction every few seconds. Creatures of great size had once been thrown helplessly across the arena. The human dropped low, using his hands and feet, crawling when walking became impossible. It was not fast, it was not impressive, but it worked. Sweat formed on his face, his breathing heavy, yet he did not stop. The chamber voice announced the next phase. Cognitive stress. The walls flashed with images, sounds, and memories designed to break the mind. Fear, loss, and chaos filled the air. Some aliens screamed in past trials, unable to separate illusion from reality. The human closed his eyes for a moment, grounding himself. He had seen worse in real war. He opened his eyes and focused on one simple goal, one step at a time. The illusions lost their power, fading into noise. Murmurs spread through the crowd, disbelief replacing doubt. The final phase began, and the floor opened, revealing a deep pit filled with moving energy. "This stage has never been completed," the host whispered. A narrow path appeared, unstable and incomplete. The human studied it quietly, measuring distance and timing. Instead of rushing, he waited, watching the pattern of movement. When he stepped forward, it was precise and calm. The path shifted beneath him, but he adapted, adjusting his pace without panic. Halfway across, The energy surged, striking his side and throwing him to one knee. Gasps filled the chamber. Slowly, painfully, the human pushed himself back up. He did not look at the audience. He did not look at the council. He moved forward again. Step by step, he crossed the final distance and reached solid ground. Silence filled the arena. The chamber systems shut down, lights returning to normal. The human veteran stood at the center, exhausted but standing. Alien leaders stared in stunned disbelief. The alien woman allowed herself a small smile. The voice of the chamber spoke again, slower this time. "Trial incomplete," it said. A wave of shock passed through the hall. Then the voice continued. "Final assessment required." A new door opened behind the human, darker and more dangerous than the rest. No one knew what waited beyond it. And even those who doubted humans before now felt a quiet fear of what the human might become. The dark door behind the human veteran slowly opened, releasing a low hum that made even powerful aliens uneasy. No trial had ever gone this far before. The council members exchanged nervous looks, but the system had already begun the final assessment. The human turned toward the opening without hesitation, his body tired but his mind clear. He stepped inside, and the door sealed shut behind him. Inside was not a battlefield. It was silence. The space was empty and vast, with no visible walls, only a soft light that seemed to come from nowhere. A voice spoke, not loud, but heavy with meaning. Final assessment. Purpose. Images appeared around the human, showing different paths. Power, domination, destruction. Visions of the human standing above defeated worlds filled the space. Many beings before him had chosen these paths, seeking control and glory. The human veteran felt the pull, but he did not move toward them. Another image formed, quieter and smaller. It showed civilians hiding, wounded allies, and a damaged world in need of defense. The human's breathing slowed. This was familiar. He stepped toward the second image without doubt. "I fight so others do not have to," he said calmly. The system paused, as if thinking. Outside, the audience waited in complete silence. The alien woman watched the sealed door, her expression serious. Suddenly, the chamber lights flared, and the door opened. The human walked out, his posture straight despite his exhaustion. The chamber voice spoke again, now clear and final. "Assessment complete. Result, compatible." A shockwave of reaction moved through the hall. Council members stood, some in disbelief, others in quiet respect. "This trial was designed to reject uncontrolled power," one elder said softly. "And he passed." The alien woman stepped forward, standing beside the human. "He was never weak," she said. "You simply did not understand his strength." The host swallowed nervously. "The trial has confirmed it," he announced. "Humans are different." For the first time, alien eyes looked at the human not with laughter, but with caution and respect. The veteran said nothing. He did not celebrate, he did not boast. He simply stood ready, as he always had. But the council was not finished yet. One final decision remained, one that would change Earth's place in the galaxy forever. The Galactic Union Hall remained silent as the council prepared its final decision. Every screen and symbol shifted to the mark of judgment, something rarely shown. The eldest council member rose slowly, his voice calm but heavy. "Earth has been judged unfairly," he said. "Today, that mistake ends." A wave of quiet shock passed through the hall. The council announced that Earth would no longer be listed as a minor species. Instead, humanity would be recognized as a protector-class civilization, a status given only to races trusted with balance, defense, and responsibility. Alien leaders turned their attention fully to the human veteran. No one laughed now. The alien woman stepped closer to him, her presence steady and respectful. "I chose you because your kind endures," she said. "Not because you seek power, but because you survive for others." The human veteran nodded once. "We do not look for war," he replied calmly. "But we will stand when it comes." The words carried through the hall, simple and clear. The council sealed the declaration, and the symbol of Earth appeared among the respected powers of the galaxy. For the first time, Earth was not ignored. It was acknowledged. As the event came to an end, many alien races watched the human with new eyes. Some felt relief, others fear, but all felt respect. The human veteran turned to leave, as he had before. But this time, the path opened for him. The alien woman walked beside him, not as a superior, not as a judge, but as an equal. Beyond the hall, stars stretched endlessly, waiting. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Humans were not loud. They were not flashy. But when tested, they endured. And when chosen, they changed everything.